I could not sing, dance, or act, but girl, I was busting
I respect that.
In the beginning, I saw her glancing over at me and I'm like, am I being too engaged? Like, I don't want to ruin this,
I just need to move to Burbank.
Please
film here.
Do it. There was an exec from Sony Pictures that was visiting in town and he had his feet on the desk. I'm over there at an office PA carrying all these papers, tripping, like it is not cute.
Yeah.
And I just looked at him and I'm like, sir, like, what do you do? Like, how do you do that?
How do I get to what you're doing? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Club Crave podcast. As you can see, we are back in Nashville for just a moment, actually. When I was in LA last week, I actually filmed 2 podcast episodes. One was with Spill Sesh, which was my last episode. She's a drama channel. If you don't know her, she's iconic. She's pretty big in the influencer world, covering all the hot drama and all the hot topics. So check that episode out if you missed it. After that, we filmed an episode with an iconic guest. Her name is OhJesska. We'll be playing that interview right after this, but it was only about 30 minutes we got with her in the studio or so. So I figured we'd do about 30 minutes here at home in Nashville, and we will talk some hot topics. We'll tell you about my week in LA. First, before we get into the hot topics, I'm going to tell you about the Club Crave podcast. It is a podcast by fans and for fans. We talk about hot topics and we interview fans and influencers. Oscar Crave, I do interviews. I run around. I was at Trishmas last week.
Yeah, you were twice.
Twice. I stayed in LA all week. If you follow my accounts, you saw all that content. I know I did. I realized I had too many accounts. So yeah, I also did a little rebrand. Not sure if anybody cares, but my username on Instagram, I don't know. I felt like it wasn't giving. So I'm changing it to nickwilliams.tv.
It's
change the profile picture.
It took me time, but I think it's cute.
Yeah, it was like Nikki Williams _13. It's like, okay, that made sense when I was like Taylor Swift fan account. Mm-hmm. But like now I'm like, let's shift into like a new era for, I don't know. I want to do this podcast, but I also like want to do like interviews. Like eventually the dream is to be on red carpets and like go to these like different movie premieres that are happening. Spill Sesh actually gave me some advice, which I'll share with you soon about that. Like, I just want to get to that point eventually. So she really kind of gave me some advice. But anyways, that's me. That's the podcast. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. For those of you who watch every week and like give, comments and I don't know, just are always supporting. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. So thanks for supporting. And I always forget to say this, but you guys, it really, really helps when you hit the like button. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it because I hear people say it all the time and it's a little annoying to hear. But like, if you're out here trying to be like a day one Club Crave stan and you really want to help push this out to more people so we could grow the community, it'd be great if you could give it a like. A comment, even, comment something. How's your week going? Did you enjoy the episode? That kind of a thing. And then obviously subscribe too. Half the people who watch aren't subscribed, actually. I saw that in my analytics.
Like specifically to us? Because I hear that all the time, but I think that's okay.
I looked at the analytics and it was like 49% were subscribed.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I was like,
why aren't you subscribed? Just kidding.
Call them out. Thanks, honey.
Am I subscribed? I think I am. I'm pretty sure.
You better be. That would be crazy. I would not be surprised if he wasn't.
I'm going to check just real quick.
Yeah, do that.
Keep going.
Another big thing we have here on the podcast, a segment we like to call the Hot Girl Crash Out Hotline. I want to shout that out because I haven't shouted it out enough and we haven't gotten a whole lot of calls yet. What the Hot Girl Crash Out Hotline is, you call in, you crash out about anything. We say crash out about something good, bad, the ugly, anything in between, and we'll listen to it live and react to it. Were you subscribed?
I'm subscribed, yes.
Now, as of right now?
I was subscribed and I will always be. No,
you did it real quick.
They can see there were no thumbs touching the screen.
Let's play that back. Do a little replay, Evie.
Oh my God.
Zoom in on those thumbs.
They're opposable. Is that the word? Is it opposable thumbs?
Disposable.
It is not disposable. That would mean you can throw them away.
Well, then what? Opposable? You're the science guy. Justin Williams, the science guy. That
honestly
crazy.
fit. No, it didn't. Bill Nye is too. No, it didn't fit. Sorry.
I just fit a bunch of syllables in one little moment. Anyway, yeah, call the Hot Girl Crash Out hotline. We want to hear your calls. We love hearing from you all. Okay, well,
it is an opposable thumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the research. What? Any fun facts about opposable thumbs?
Let's not use.
No, nothing.
That I know personally. I feel like
dogs don't have them.
That's true.
Depressing.
Dogs do have webbed feet, though.
You know what? They probably don't want one because if they did have opposable thumbs, they'd probably have to pay taxes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyways, all right. So getting into the agenda. Ew, I sound like I'm at a meeting at work. Let me not do that. So yeah, let's just go in quickly about my week in LA.
Yes.
I had a great time. I hung out with Jessica, who's going to be on this episode here in a moment. Ben Verde, Carly. Mm-hmm. And I saw Trish Crave there at the show. Mm-hmm. Who else? Lots of people. Oh, Ashton Gaylor, new friend.
Ooh.
I followed him for a while. His boyfriend, his name is Derek Fry. He's actually like pretty big on TikTok.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I think he does like a lot of like pop culture updates, that kind of a thing. He's always thinking of new ideas. Like he has a podcast, I believe.
That's so cool. Yeah.
But he lives in Nashville actually.
Okay, work.
And he wants to move to LA because of the same reasons we do. Like, it's just kind of hard to find influencer friends here. It's also becoming very right leaning, that kind of a thing. So
is he close though? Like he could be the next guest too.
Yeah, I actually want to reach out to
Derek.
Him.
Yeah,
Derek Fry. Yeah, we'd love to have you on. I think like I'm finally ready to have guests here in the home studio. I was really nervous about having guests on, and then I was like, I took this big trip to LA. I did the Spill Sesh interview. I got it out of the way, and like now I feel like I can just kill any guest that comes my way. I was a little nervous on that episode. I was like, I wish I kind of opened up more, laughed a little bit more, had a little bit more fun. Not that I didn't have fun, I just wanted to open up.
There's always going to be retrospect,
Yeah.
Always going to be some regrets or things you could have done better. I feel like the fact that like it was your first and you weren't super nervous, I don't know. I think you did a good job. Yeah.
Thank you, honey. Yeah, Christy was really good at like making me feel comfortable. Like she was just chill, and it's nice that it was somebody my age, girly. Somebody that's been following me. So like that made me feel better. She knew who I was and like what my vibe is and everything like that. And I appreciate her a lot for giving me a shot. I just kept saying that. Thank you for giving me a shot. It was the coolest thing in the world to sit there and interview somebody I'd watched for so long, But I literally had the best week, you guys. I'm saying it so casually right now, but like I could literally like cry thinking about how meaningful it was. It was kind of like I had dreamt of days like that my whole life and I was living them, it was like the coolest thing. And I had, all these friends running around the city, and like I had people to hang out with like every night of the week. And like, I don't know. I don't want to like say, oh, like, Nashville sucks because I don't have friends, because I guess I haven't put the effort in probably as much as I should have. But like having internet friends is so much easy. It's so easy, like when you're already connected online, and then it's like, okay, we can connect in person. But there's nobody in Nashville that I've really connected with a whole lot, except my friend Beth. I will say we're hanging out tomorrow. No, Sunday. We're gonna get brunch.
Yes, that's good.
We just kept missing each other. We've been busy. And there's always an excuse, right? Like when you get older, there's always an excuse. And it's just like, I don't know. I was in LA. I was like running around by myself. I didn't have dogs, to deal with. And like, I don't know. It was good. It was really good. Okay, we're going to get into some hot topics. We can't stay on one topic too long, my dear. I know you love to go deep immediately with everything, but
I love depth.
I know you do, but like, I want to keep it like light and fun for the girlies, too.
I know. I can do it.
No. Like we still love your depth, but like just like maybe like one bullet instead of like 8.
Okay, I'll do one hot take, and then I'll do like one like little like.
Well,
silly
we don't
take.
have to plan for a hot take, honey.
Okay,
but if it happens naturally, it happens.
It's always going to be a hot take with me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I love a hot take every once in a while, but also like easy listening is more like just talk about it.
You're so right.
Hot topics. Okay. Taylor Swift is back, you guys. Listen, I fell off the Taylor Swift moment I don't know, the Taylor Swift, like what Oscar says, our chip is reactivated whenever she releases something new. Because I was like a Taylor Swift fan for a very long time, still am, but like I was a stan. I was hardcore, thinking about her all the time. What is she doing? What is she going to post next? What's her, like, when is this next album coming out? But the documentary for the Eras Tour, I think the first episode just got released, and it's really really good. What I've like,
You did
I haven't
watch it?
watched the whole thing, but the clips I've seen, it's really good, and it really makes her feel human again. And that's what I admit. Like I had totally lost that human connection with Taylor Swift, and that's why I kind of just, I don't know, kind of just like, not that I didn't care about her, but I just wasn't thinking about her. I wasn't like thinking like, oh my God, I'm a number one fan at all times kind of a thing. Now I'm kind of like back on board. Anyways, what I saw was a clip of one of like, well, she was explaining how she hand wrote cards for everybody that worked on the Eras Tour, all of her crew and the dancers. And I think it was like $200 million she paid out in bonuses, you know, collectively to her crew and dancers. And the clips of them like receiving their check and stuff like that. And they're like, you know, their lives are changed.
Bonus day is so important because setting a precedent with the Eras Tour is really important to me, because people who work on the road, if the tour grosses more, they get more of a bonus. And these people just work so hard and they are the best at what they do. So every single person on the crew, I've handwritten them a note. It took me a couple weeks, but it's fun to write the notes. It's like fun to think about everybody's lives that they're gonna go back to and the time off they're gonna have, and the, you know, the kids they haven't seen because they've been away from months, and making that worthwhile for them. It feels like Christmas morning when you finally get to say thank you. Everybody has the same message on their card, so I was hoping you could open it.
My full gratitude doesn't come from a bank, but here's dollars just to say thanks. Love, Taylor.
He's emotional.
Oh my God, do you need a hug?
Are you okay? I'm gonna pass out.
Love you guys so much.
I'm like, that's what these rich people need to be doing. I mean, she's making all these CEOs look bad who are selfish, and they like make sure the budget, you know, they're always getting the most money. And so obviously Taylor's probably still getting the most money, but I'm just saying, like, she is very generous with her wealth in that regard, when it comes to like people who are supporting her and who have, like, you know, given a lot of time up for this tour, time away from their families and stuff like that. I think it was beautiful to see them like open this up. And they were shooting this documentary, you know, and I think there's going to be a lot of people who say, oh, here she goes with her like generous donations to make herself look better. Guys, does that matter? Like, if people are being helped, does that matter? Taylor does a lot of private donations too. And things get leaked all the time, like GoFundMe's, it'll say Taylor Swift, you know, donate to these GoFundMe's when people are sick or like people have cancer. And like, she does a lot more good with her money than most people. Is she doing a perfect job? Probably not. Is she donating and like helping hungry people? We don't know that. I think that's like private information. Hopefully she is. That'd be great. I would love to hear that too. But also, like, if she goes out and says it to the world, she's going to get hate for that. Another thing that she said during that, I saw her talking about how there was that almost a big terrorist attack, and the security heard about it and they like avoided it by canceling the show. And then she talked about how there was actually some, unfortunately, like some kids died at a Taylor Swift DJ night because there was an attack there. And she was like, you know, bawling, and she was a mess, talking about how hard these things are, and she has to go out and still perform at these like fun pop songs, even though she's like had just met with these families who went through these terrible things. I think that was a big reminder to me of why her no longer being so verbally political, it kind of clicked a little bit more for me because of those things. You know, I couldn't imagine like being a pop star on that level. Everyone's like expecting you to speak out, but then these like terrorist attacks are being planned at your concerts. I mean, who knows what could have happened if she speaks out about war and stuff like that? Who knows? You know, I don't know. It's a tough situation because obviously Taylor Swift has a big platform, but like, at what cost? You know, is it worth the maybe 1% chance of like something bad happening at a concert because she spoke out? I don't know. So it kind of put a lot of it in perspective for me, and I was like, damn, because I was mad at her for a long time for not speaking out, but then it's like, Well, it kind of makes sense. You know, she had so many concerts going on. The whole world was attending these concerts. She was in all these different countries, you know, where maybe the security isn't as good as it is here and that kind of a thing. So I don't know. I know that's kind of like more of again, getting political of it all. And I'm sure Justin has a lot to say about it.
I don't want to not say something because like I had like literally 2 people in our last Taylor Swift video come for me. And
honey, it's okay.
Again, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but
right.
neither of their essays changed any of mine. So
no, that's okay.
You know, hey,
the engagement's good.
I think just for me personally, it's like, yeah.
You think she should have spoke up about
I'll always
war?
Feel that way.
Even if her concerts could have been bombed?
I think that's a weird jump to take.
You really think so?
Yeah.
You don't think that these crazy people out there could possibly target her concert because she's the most like popular artist in the world speaking out against these things?
I think that if people are that crazy, they're going to do it anyway.
Ooh.
Is that bad? Like, I don't.
Well, a lot of people say that about like gun violence. Like, that's why we shouldn't ban guns, because if they're crazy, well, you know, they're going to find a way to do it anyways.
It's different. I feel like, I mean, you know what I mean? There's a difference between saying like, because like guns kill people, not people. I mean, well, you know, but you know, we all know we're both very
right. Like if
not
weapons of war were banned, then people would be less likely to take out as many people as possible in a short amount of time. That kind of a thing.
But you know, like that. This under the same vein, they are going to have the weapons anyway. The people are going to be there anyway. Words don't kill people. I don't know. I just feel like I don't like the jump that we take from like, oh, like it's okay that she's not advocating for good things because someone might get mad about it, because someone could get mad about it on the other side. Why would I silence myself completely just because I'm afraid of the consequences?
Because you're responsible for 60,000 people in a stadium, their lives. Terrorism,
that's a lot,
is real though.
That's a lot of weight to put on yourself though. I don't know.
It's a tough one. Next, we're going to talk about the JoJo Siwa cruise.
That's crazy.
I just feel like this is a fun like topic. So JoJo Siwa is going to see you guys. We love this for her. Honestly, I kind of want to get a ticket to the JoJo Siwa cruise. I probably won't.
I'm still
unless
trying to
JoJo
save money
Siwa
for the Big Brother cruise.
Well, unless JoJo Siwa wants to send me there, I would, you know, I'd go in a heartbeat. JoJo is going on cruise. She's going to be doing live concerts, games, parties, doing a bow making class, and she's going to be doing dance classes and meet and greets at sea. This is like actually happening a lot. Like a lot of things are having cruises. Big Brother does a cruise, and like you really want to go on that. I heard The Bachelor is doing a whole cruise. Like all the contestants from The Bachelor.
That's crazy.
Try Guys. Trisha even teased a cruise.
I would do a Trisha cruise.
Trishmas. Oh, Trisha. Wait, I try to make it like a fun like play on words. A cruise, but no.
I would only go on a Trisha cruise if Oscar was there. And like I would want the whole group, like Jimmy, Trisha's sister,
I think
Trisha's
they would,
mom.
because when you do a cruise, you have to have all these activities, and you have to have like you gotta like, not only does Trisha have to perform, but I feel like they have to do like a Just Trish
I
hour.
feel like the whole like universe has to be there.
They would probably
Trishaverse.
film like podcast episodes on the ship
and
too.
Cedric would need to be there.
Cedric, Cedric, side character in the Trishaverse. Jeremy, Naz, the photographer, which Naz like wants to be on the podcast. I want her on so bad. I'm gonna try to probably hit her up when I'm in LA at the end of January. So Naz, if you're watching, would love to have you on. Imagine getting drunk, like going hard on this JoJo Siwa cruise. Doesn't that sound fun? I bet she's gonna teach us the.
Listen, I'm not really a JoJo Siwa hater. Like,
okay, I don't love that,
but I'm also like not a lover.
No, I get it. She's cringe, and she also
very
like
cringe.
Well, we love you, JoJo. We love you. I don't want to be a hater. No, she's not cringe. She's cringe in like a camp fun way.
She's just
but
she's
you know what?
But it makes sense because of her trauma.
I shouldn't give her too much love because she still supports Colleen. But that is the trauma.
Well, I won't say that. I'll maybe watch Escape the Night and I'll get back to you on how I feel about JoJo.
Oh, the season that JoJo was on. Was she on this season?
Yes.
Oh God, we need to download Tubi.
Oh my. It's on, I thought it was just on YouTube. It's on Tubi?
Tubi.
Oh, so he's going up. He got a streaming deal.
I think Tubi's free, so it's probably like.
Oh, so maybe it's a downgrade.
No.
No.
Well, YouTube's not. It's YouTube. Well, it was YouTube like Red, wasn't it? It was on that back in the day.
Yeah.
When you had to pay. For
You had
YouTube.
to pay for Escape the Night back in the day.
So I'm sure they're getting some money from it. You know.
Okay.
But I don't think it's like a Netflix deal. But
yeah.
No, Tubi's great. We love a Tubi.
Sorry, Graceffa. I didn't mean to come for you.
We love Joey. Joey's
we do
so
love
cool.
Joey.
Well, Justin really loves you. Well, I don't want to say. I always say that Justin loves Escape
I've
the
never
Night.
actually actively watched his content, but like you watch Trisha and then he'll like make appearances and I'm like, oh, he seems like a sweet, nice guy. That's really my connection to him.
Well, you knew who he was before, like I did. I feel like you didn't know any YouTubers, but you did know Joey Graceffa, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know you knew anybody in my world. Like that was who I grew up with. I love Joey Graceffa growing up. All of his videos. I never watched Escape the Night though because I wasn't into that like fantasy world stuff. But Justin watched a couple episodes.
I feel like I watched a couple episodes. I'm kind of thinking like it's probably like one random theater kid that like I didn't even hang out with was like, you look like Joey Graceffa. And so I like looked him up and then I was like, oh, this Escape the Night thing sounds cool. And then like I watched a couple episodes and I was like, no one's dying fast enough. I'm not watching this anymore.
Oh,
like,
you were a kid and you wanted people to die in the show.
I was always like that. That's a whole thing. Because I thought I was going to be like world famous author at the ripe age of like 13.
Oh, right. And you had written a whole book in your mind.
Yes. And I feel like I was taught like you have to kill characters off. Like, and so I was like,
well, I thought they do kill them off in the.
They do. Most of them die, but it just like Shane died. And then I feel like no one else died the first episode. And I was like, oh, this is going so slow. Cause like I didn't realize at the time, like the show is also supposed to be about you falling in love. Like you're excited, you're rooting for your characters.
Yeah.
I didn't know who any of them were. So it was hard to relate to.
Sense.
I think that was the issue.
Yeah.
But I think maybe if I went back and you explained who people were, I could do it. You know?
Yeah. Well, some breaking news. I just found out. Guess who lives in Nashville?
Oh, wait, you told me. No, you didn't. I don't know.
I did tell you. Do you not remember?
I definitely forgot, actually.
Guys, Doug the Pug lives in Nashville. Doug the Pug is in Nashville. Yeah. Leslie Mosier, I found her on TikTok.
That's so good.
She was like, it was so cute. She was like, I had a pug in a stroller. She was taking her into the Green Hills Mall. And I was like, oh my God, I love anything pug content related. So I'm watching it. She's in our local mall here and doing some kind of event with one of the stores. I think it was Nordstrom or not. Oh, Marc Jacobs. It was like a Marc Jacobs collab. And I was like, who is this girl? Who is this? And I look and she tags Doug the Pug.
That's so
good. Like, oh my God, Doug the Pug is in Nashville, you guys. And then like I click on her and she's like, a Nashville like influencer and she like lives here with Doug the Pug and Doug's sister, which escapes me right now, which I love them both together. They're adorable. But we have a pug. So I would love to invite you, Leslie, to the podcast. We can hang out here with our pugs. I'm in Nashville. I actually live like in the Donaldson Hermitage area. So not far from you. If you want to come by, we could like have a little key, talk about you, your life, and like what the journey has been like with Doug the Pug. We are a new podcast here at the Club Crave podcast, but we are growing and I love to like, dive into different niches and subcultures of the internet. And I would love to hear about your journey with Doug the Pug.
And we love pugs.
And we just love pugs. I was like, we need to have like a pug meetup in Nashville. Like I want to like post in all these groups on Facebook and be like, because that's where everybody's at, like in the community. If you want to get something together, you go to Facebook here in Nashville. Post on there like pug meetup. And then I have seen a pug meetup on TikTok before and it's insane. Like 100 pugs in one small area just kills me because they're all snorting and they're I don't know, slobbering and making the noises that pugs do. But anyways, Leslie, if you want to come on the podcast, we'd love to have you here at our home studio in Nashville.
And we'll deck it out. Like we know you're like top celebrity.
Pugs everywhere.
So like whatever Doug needs, I don't know, like no rawhide. If he has like, he
Any
prefers a
allergies, let
bone
us
wrapped in
know.
sweet potato, or like
We will have all the treats here for Doug the Pug.
we'll get it decked out.
I mean,
Yeah.
literally, like I need like a cardboard cutout of Doug the Pug here. I just love Doug the Pug. I've always been a huge fan.
You
I've
really
always
are.
loved pugs. I think I have a pug because I just am in love with Doug the Pug too. Like I just like, I don't know. I've always loved pugs.
How do you feel about Trisha being overconsumed?
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Trisha Paytas just discovered overconsumption and climate change. And what else did she discover?
I don't know, but honestly, we stand.
No,
I'm so happy for her. I'm so proud of her.
I think it's one of those things she does. Obviously, knows it was real, but like she really like got into it, and like I think that's good. It all comes from all the controversy with makeup artist. What's her name?
I couldn't tell you. I never followed her before. I still don't follow her.
I never really followed her content. I follow like all the other problematic ones, but not her. Oh God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Jaclyn Hill, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, basically like was posting about how she doesn't get engagement anymore. She doesn't understand why. And people in her comments have been telling her for all years that like, girl, you're out of touch. You're so wealthy. We are literally like pinching pennies. And she used to be the influencer that would like talk about all the dupes and like help you find like really good products for cheap, now she just kind of posts like all these like luxury items. Either she gets sent from the brands or she's able to buy on her own. And it's just like, that's not relatable to people anymore. And like, she's like just posting these things like, why me? Like I'm the victim. Like TikTok just doesn't push my stuff anymore. And then everyone's going after her. So Trish is like, she sees that. Trish is on top right now. I think she's also just trying to make sure she doesn't look like that, which she doesn't. I think Trish can be a little like, it's camp when Trish does it because she has like one like really iconic rainbow Birkin bag. And then she used to have like her pink G-Wagon, but she sold that because she realized she didn't need like that expensive of a car. Obviously she lives in a very bougie house, but like, she doesn't have a million bags like she used to, or like, it's different
Moses
now.
has helped her a lot too,
and Moses has helped her with that a lot, like remind her like what's more important,
because they obviously like spoil their kids, like you can tell, but it's also
about that.
I mean, even just like if you look at like their first birthday party, maybe she's like calmed
that's
down
true, those
bit.
parties are booed. Oh my God, the dream as a child. Okay, well, I think that's it, you guys. As far as hot topics go, I mean, obviously there's a lot more hot topics to talk about, but we got to keep it short and sweet for this because we do have a special guest today. Her name is JoJo. We are so happy to introduce her here on the Club Crave podcast. We're going to do a quick little transition, and we will be in Los Angeles at the Lazy Pickle Studios. Shout out Lazy Pickle Studios. You were a dream to work with. I literally walked in. They had everything ready to go. I sat down and I just felt good. And the girls there were running it like the Navy. They made me feel comfortable and at home. I looked up all these different podcast sets, you guys, and they were all ran by men, which I love them. I mean, we love men.
Yeah.
But like, it gave like, they were like maybe audio engineers, but like they also did like podcasts for extra income. And like, I don't know if I'm going to sit there and gab about some of the things we gab about here on the Club Crave podcast. I'd rather be doing it in the presence of like a girly.
Yeah.
So that was great. And the studio was just beautiful.
It was so cute.
And big reason why we took down the pink rug behind us is like, I kind of like that like more natural like look. Well, I want to warm it up in here a little bit more.
You have to laugh because the last time we recorded in here, like, guys, we're changing the aesthetic. It's going to be a cozy vibe.
No, I mean, it's still giving cozy, I think.
Right.
I think a warm look is more cozy than this.
No,
like,
absolutely. Cold, it's just like we're not
bluer
sitting
tones.
on like the futon or what's it called?
The ottoman, right?
The ottoman, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, but we're sitting lower, and I kind of like this.
I like it. Yeah.
I want to figure out how to make it look more like that set because I loved it, and I felt like it fit my vibe more, and it was like I felt at home there. So, anyway, shout out to Lazy Pickle Studios. We love you. All right. We introduced JoJo in the podcast. We talk all about her and her life, so we will let JoJo do that on her own. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome OhJesska.
People don't need to see our potential for it to be real. Wouldn't you rather be delusional than jealous one day? I mean, just do what you want because at the end of the day, people cannot see your vision. And honestly, even if it's embarrassing, who cares? It's not going to be one day. That's how everybody started. That's the price you pay for being early. So stay delusional.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Club Crave podcast. We're still in LA. It's actually right after Spill Sessions episode. We're getting right into another episode here with an iconic guest, somebody who I met last year. She's a part of the Trisha Paytas fandom. She goes to the shows in LA, and she's also a content creator in her own right. Everyone, please welcome to the Club Crave podcast, JoJo. I guess I just know you by JoJo.
Yes.
Wait, what's your last name?
JoJo Pilar.
Pilar. Okay, that's cute.
Yes.
JoJo Pilar. I love that, actually.
I keep switching the pronunciation. I don't, I say Pilar, but in my head, I was just like, wait, I thought I was going to switch it to Pillar. So either or.
There's something about Pilar I like. It's cute.
I like the accent, yes.
Yeah. So we're going to learn about JoJo today, get to know her lore, talk about different things, from the Trisha fandom and kind of talk about what's going on with Trisha right now because there's a lot going on. We'll talk about some hot topics. I guess I didn't say on this episode, if you didn't watch the last one, we're in Los Angeles this week. We're in a beautiful studio. This is not my home. I wish it were. It's very cute. I love it so much.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, how do I recreate this at home? I love it. Or I just need to move to Burbank where the studio is and just subscribe to the studio so I can just film here.
Please do it.
I love it so much. Another thing I should shout out is the Hot Girl Crash Out Hotline is a segment we do. We'll actually listen to a couple calls. We don't have a whole lot of time here today left in the studio. I think we've got about 30-ish minutes left. We're going to get to some calls right at the end. I think we can make it work. If you want to call in for the next episode, the Hot Girl Crash Out Hotline is 323-380-2191. Call and crash out about anything, y'all. Something great's happening in your life. You got a promotion at work. Crash out about it. If you saw that... I don't know. What do you think, Jessica? Something bad that happens in the news and you need to crash out about it sometimes. What's something recently you crashed out about?
All the time. I want to say Dancing with the Stars.
Did you follow that the whole way through?
I did,
I didn't watch, but I saw a
yes.
lot of clips online. And Robert Irwin won, is
One,
that right? Yeah.
that's right. It was tough, though. It was such a good season, but I don't know. Yeah. I was so invested in it, and I was hoping Alex
Earl was going to win, yeah.
But they're both so amazing. I mean,
the talent
it's
this
hard.
season was amazing,
So amazing,
and also I thought it was iconic because Bindi won her season, right? Robert's sister,
right?
Yeah. So the first ever sibling winner duo. That's so cute. But I didn't really watch it a lot. But Oscar and Trisha always talked about it, and Dylan Efron was on there, and I just for some reason watching him dance, I'm like, is that dancing? A lot of people thought he was very talented, but I'm watching him, I'm like, what in the hell? He's doing all kinds of
right.
He's wiggling and stuff. I don't know. It just looked really weird to me. How did you feel about him? Did you think he was a good dancer? I think a lot of people do. I don't know. When I watched him, I just could not get into it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so glad you said that because I felt the exact same way.
Maybe it's just because he's a straight man. I don't know if I just can't enjoy straight man trying to dance. I don't know.
I saw a video too where they were talking about how it's honestly more difficult for the woman dancing.
Yeah.
In terms of technique, they just because the man leads, but the women just have to
Following
do
is
so
hard.
much.
Yeah, I feel like if you ever done ballroom or any kind of dance, if you've ever maybe not led in the dance, it's hard because I think when my husband and we rehearsed our wedding, our first dance, and it was tough because I had him lead. I was like, oh my God, I never know where he's gonna go next, So that makes sense why the women would find it harder. But Dancing with the Stars, and then Christy, who was just on, she did interviews on the set of Dancing with the Stars with people. How cool is that? She was just
amazing.
sitting right where you were.
Oh my gosh, it's so surreal. That's
Guys,
crazy.
We just had Spill Sesh on the podcast, and Jessica very graciously came over to kind of act as an assistant, also just kind of help with the nerves of it all, because I don't know, coming into a studio by myself, I was a little nervous about it. First of all, because just the logistics of it all, I don't know, it just kind of felt like boosh to have another person here to kind of help with it. And then I got to use the rest of our time to do a little episode with her, because I've always wanted to do a video with another Trish fan, so we can talk about all the Trish stuff. So we'll get into all of that.
Yes.
But thank you again for doing that and being my cue card person too, because I was I have ADHD, so the time blindness is already bad, but also just like the nerves of it all. There was no way I was going to know, when an hour was up. So I had Christy hold up, 30 minutes, an hour, or no, 30 minutes. It was like 5 minutes and then wrap up. So that worked pretty good. I'm glad I did that. I sat there literally in the car out in the parking lot and made those cards. So.
Yeah, that was amazing. I don't know. I was nervous too to help. I didn't want to screw anything up, but you did so amazing. You're so iconic. Like, I am literally the biggest fan of you.
Oh my God.
So that was just so natural. I had no idea that was your first guest. You did amazing.
I was like, I was halfway through. I was like, we should have put a camera on you like Moses and did a little cue card cam or something.
I was very engaged in the conversation. In the beginning, I saw her glancing over at me and I'm like, am I being too engaged? Like, I don't want to ruin this, I was like, maybe don't look at the talent. Yeah.
Don't look at the talent. No, Christy is so sweet. Like, I felt very comfortable with her. It wasn't that I was intimidated. I think it was just like very first time I'm sitting down and doing something like that. And she's like, like has a very respectable career that she's made for herself. So like, I really wanted to do it justice and like tell her story, or like not tell her story, but have her ask the questions to have her tell that story to you all in a way that was like respectful to, how much work she's done and where she's led this. So excited for her and to see how things progress in her career. Obviously she's doesn't need to progress anymore. She's already on top of the world, and she's probably like the most, one of the top like commentator channels.
Oh, for sure.
Probably top 3, I would say. I don't know. I guess I don't follow a lot of commentators besides Spill Sesh, so I wouldn't know. But no, it's so cool to have her on and like to hear her voice in person. I can't stop talking about just how cool that was.
I know.
Like, because you spend so much time listening to those voiceover videos like growing up. Like, I guess not growing up, but like in college, I guess, is like, because that's when she started, right? Like 2018. So yeah, I remember sitting in bed watching those, especially with all the Shane drama and all the beauty drama. Do you remember all that stuff and like being young and just like, this stuff is crazy, It
was insane. Yeah, she's such an iconic, important part of YouTube history, right? Like when I think of the golden era of YouTube, I think of her, and there was a lot of drama back then.
She was there in the middle of it and reporting on all of it. It was wild. Okay, well, Jessica, tell us about yourself. Maybe just give us a rundown on like who you are, where you're from, so we can get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, okay. I'm actually Canadian.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was born in Canada, but I've been in the States now. I've always loved the States. I grew
Makes sense why you're so nice.
Thank you. I grew up in like a small town in Ontario. I used to live in Toronto at some point, and then
Trish has a lot of Toronto fans, so it makes sense.
She does, yes. And I don't know, I've always been... Okay, here's what happened. So when I was younger, I was a very ambitious child. Like I used to be, I wish I had like a mom manager. My mom was very hands off. She's like, you just do whatever you want. I was so wild as a child that when I was like 10 years old, I would call different theaters, asking them for upcoming auditions. Like I really pushed myself.
So you were a theater girl.
I was a theater kid, 100%. Yeah, theater, acting, all of it. Here's the problem. I wasn't good at it.
Really?
I wasn't good at it.
Okay. Can you sing?
No, I could not sing, dance, or act, girl, I was.
I respect that. Honestly, you were probably doing more than people who were actually talented were doing. So you probably got into rooms that they didn't get into because they just didn't try, Do you feel like that?
That's true. Yeah. I did make it to a couple musicals. I mean, I was in a couple commercials and little shows and things like that in Toronto. They shoot a lot there. But then I discovered YouTube and content creation. I'm like, wait, there's people that can be on camera and create content, but they don't have to act. Like, I was like, this is perfect. I'm like,
what a cool life.
I hated acting. So
just be yourself.
Yeah, so that was, I remember once I auditioned for Disney too, like to be a host on the red carpet. I was like a kid.
That's cool.
Yeah, I went to the same acting studio as Miley Cyrus, which is interesting.
No way.
She used to, I think it's called Armstrong in Toronto, but they have her like plastered on the wall as part of their marketing.
So wait, where is Miley from originally?
She's American, but I think her dad was shooting something in Canada. There was a point where she lived and trained in Canada. Yeah.
Got it.
So I thought hosting was better. I'm like, oh, maybe I can get into this because you don't need to act, you know. So that was kind of cool, but I don't know, didn't feel right. Then I discovered YouTube, and I was like a huge fan of YouTube. That's where I discovered Trisha, everyone else.
It's like wild world. I feel like there were, and you go think about high school, there were the kids that watched YouTube, and then there were the kids that had no idea what was going on the internet. And like, you know, what would it have been like if we were the ones on the other side that we didn't know what was going on? You know what I mean? Because like, honestly, I feel like you learn a lot, and you see these YouTubers living these fabulous lives in LA, and you just kind of want that life. You're like, and that's why you watch as a kid, because it's like, whoa, how cool is it? They're like in the big city where, you know, if you're from a small town, or like, you know, you're from Canada, which is so far away from LA, like you're probably like, wow, that's cool. Like these people are literally like in the place where all these movies are made, and like where all the celebrities live, and they're just like living their best life, and like running around going to the 99-cent stores and making videos. Like, and Trisha's videos were the YouTube world is wild. But
I love that it was reality based too. Like I've always been a fan of reality TV, and that's why I've always loved content creators, and I've always loved influencers more than celebrities even. Like I've just
same, because then you also think about like there's the people that like, you know, would like binge watch shows, but then there's people like that binge watch YouTubers all day instead. I'm very much on that side of it. Like,
same.
I love a good show every once in a while, but like I would rather sit and listen to podcasts and vlogs all day long, you know?
Same. It's just more relatable to me.
And it's kind of like you're kind of seeing an image maybe like almost of yourself, like if you were doing what you really wanted to do, kind of a thing. Like I always thought that like, I always felt like, I don't want to get canceled, but I always felt like I related a lot to Shane. Like I wanted to do what he was doing with his content, because he did a lot of really cool stuff back in the day. Obviously he did a lot of really made a lot of poor decisions, and yikes. But you know, you can still look at somebody's career and say that was cool. And as a kid, you don't know what's going on. You know, you're following people. You don't know that what they're doing is racist or bad, especially if you're from a small Indiana town. Like, you're not taught about that kind of stuff. But I do admire his like creative brain, and like how he can make the most like mundane thing, like we were talking about with Christy, the Chuck E. Cheese pizza not aligning perfectly, like this huge conspiracy that the whole internet was talking about. Millions of people like were shook by this, and we've all been to Chuck E. Cheese and we've all seen that before. So it's like, it's great. It's insane how he can edit something in a way that really makes you just want to like consume it, and you get so invested in it because of the way they piece that story together, you know? And I love that. I want to do stuff like that one day, and that was inspiring to me as a kid.
He's such a good editor. I'll say that much. Like it was just compelling at the time. I remember my mind was completely blown. I was, loved all those videos.
Yeah. And so you're we were at high school still? Yes. Kind of. You were like watching YouTube in high school.
Yeah. And then it was time to go to college, and I wanted to study acting, knowing that this is not going to go well. And you know what? It didn't. I did audition for the acting program. Did not get in, okay? The only thing I was ever good at and loved acting-wise was improv.
I love improv.
I love improv acting, yeah. So I train at Second City here in LA.
You do? That's so cool. I didn't know you still do that.
Yeah,
I
do improv.
Shows and stuff too? I want to go.
I'm hoping I've done a couple shows. I've performed in,
This weekend? I want to go so bad.
I wish. Oh my gosh. Love improv. And again, I think that's because you are acting, but you're acting in the moment. Yeah. So there's no time to even think about it.
The only rule is what? Don't say no?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't say no. It's just be yourself. So I love improv. Anyway, didn't make it into the acting program. Okay, that's a good thing though, maybe, because I ended up studying like drama, communication, media, and film studies. So that opened up more doors. And then I'm like, okay, well, if I can't act in the movie, I want to work on the movie. So I got into mainstream television and film production, worked on a couple movies.
We have a very similar path.
Yeah. Although, didn't really like it. It was...
Oh, really?
No, you're working like 12, 14-hour days and blizzards.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I guess you're
the
in
set
Canada.
life... So then once I was working on a movie called Pixels with Adam Sandler.
Oh my God.
And there was an exec from Sony Pictures that was visiting in town, and he had his feet on the desk. And I'm like, I'm over there, an office PA carrying all these papers, tripping, like just, it is not cute. And I just looked at him and I'm like, sir, like, what do you do? Like, how do you do that? You know?
How do I get to what you're doing?
You want to work in corporate entertainment. So
I love,
then we went down that route.
Okay.
However, and that went really great for me. However, I still had the itch to create content, you know? So I feel like now in my life, I have the best of both worlds. I truly do love doing both. Yeah. So I started creating content. I used to create content on YouTube a while ago. Okay. And then I just got really embarrassed one day. I woke up and I'm like, this is embarrassing. Shut the whole thing down.
At what age did you shut it all down?
Probably, early 20s. I had a couple thousand, like it, you know, it's not like I was
a little bit of
a little
following,
bit. I did like a little cute.
Was it vlog? Were you vlogging?
Vlogs and lifestyle stuff. But one day I just got so embarrassed because I had in my mind made the mistake of telling people in my personal life.
Yeah.
Whereas this time on TikTok, I didn't tell. If I know you in real life and I haven't already met you, block.
Yeah. Do you do that? Because like TikTok will try every once in a while for me. They're like, add all contacts or whatever. Or like share your stuff with your contacts. You click no if you don't want your friends and close family to see that stuff. Because they will just push it out to them because you have their phone and their number. Or like, I don't know how they connect you, but somehow they figure out who you're close friends with in real life because they're in your contacts on your phone and then they push it to them. I'm like, quit asking me that TikTok.
I hate that. Like, especially if you're just starting out, you know, it is really vulnerable. Like, it'd be different if, I don't know what.
My coworkers to see. Like,
as a little micro influencer, like, excuse me, I don't need Sally from The Office.
Right.
Like, seeing me in the parking lot filming a work vlog, you know?
And like, when you're putting out content, you're just kind of throwing stuff out there as you know, as an up and coming, like trying to make it kind of an influencer. You're just trying to see what sticks. So some things, like if you want to really try, like you're out there like maybe reviewing like some crazy shit or like talking about some I mean, who knows, maybe something that you wouldn't want your coworker to see. So yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, actually, you know what? I don't think I care.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that. That's a
and
great
you need to be
mentality
like
to have.
that. Yeah. So I'm finally getting there. I'm like, do not abandon anything, because that's my thing. I'll start something and then you know, I wake up terrified and embarrassed of myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Does it ever come out of like a hate comment, or like is it just like literally just you like feel like you want to change, or like you want to like, I don't know. Is it just out of embarrassment, like for your own self sometimes?
I don't get a lot of hate comments at all, which is insane. Even some of my viral videos, like the Tana one, with almost 2, like you would think, no, not a lot. So it's just I'm like my own worst enemy. It's just me. One day I'll look at something and I'm like, why did people watch that? Delete. So.
Well, I love your content. I love your vibe. I really do. Like, and I was telling our friend Carla this. She's also a Trish fan. She sits in her cars and sometimes will just talk about things. And I'm like, I will go scroll through TikTok until I find a long video to watch when you're like brushing your teeth or you're eating or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Those things are good. I don't think you should be limited to like a 30-second or 10-second video. Like, and I really love getting to know you guys more too, because like, and that's how you get to do that through online. I feel like when you're not in the same area, or you're not talking all the time, you know, texting or calling, like I keep up with you through the TikTok. So and I love that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I am kind of in the process of trying to rebrand.
Okay. Yes, you did say that. What is this?
Yeah, because I don't know. You know, one day how did I even start on TikTok? I think I posted a Billie Eilish concert clip, which has nothing to do with me. I think I just had a couple TikTok friends and I'm like, oh, they'll think I'm cool if I post this concert clip. That went viral. So I'm like, girl, it's a sign you get back into content. Okay. So then I started making random videos on like concert tips and merch, all the merch from the Billie Eilish concert. Those all went viral too. And I'm like, okay, I'm locked in. Like we're creating content. And then from there, I just started kind of documenting different things in my life, including losing a job.
Yes.
So I'm very good at finding jobs. I'm very confidently delusional.
I might need your help. Well, I shouldn't say that with my coworkers either. Oh my God, time is going way too fast.
Oh my gosh, it is. Yeah.
But go ahead with because you went through a period where you're making content about like unemployment
career stuff.
And
yeah, because I'm good at finding jobs. But then what kind of started happening is I started to become a like how-to creator. Like, here's 5 tips on how to improve and I'm like, that's not the vision though. I always wanted to do lifestyle stuff. So I'm in a kind of a transition phase where I am still going to incorporate my mindset, because I think that's what it is that helps me get these jobs and just different dreams in my life and goals. I'm very goal oriented. And it's the mindset that I have. So I'm starting to make videos on like my little daily delusional thoughts that help me. And then vlogs too. So
that's amazing. I love that you're doing stuff that more aligned with what you wanted to do in the first place. I got the words of advice from our queen, Trisha Paytas, over the weekend, and it stuck with me, and it's very much in line with this. So I decided to share it with you since you're a Trish fan and for those watching. It's so simple. It really is. But basically, I was telling Trisha, we were talking in the VIP room, and I was telling her that I had just flown in that day. She was like, Nick, are you bougie because you come to all the shows? I was like, no, I'm not. I promise. My best friend's a flight attendant, and she got me on a flight on standby, meaning that like if, the flight is full, I'm not making it to where I'm supposed to go, basically. So I told her, I was like, so lucky I made it because like, there was a chance that I wasn't going to, but the payoff is good because it's literally a free flight. And then I guess we just went on to talk about like what I'm doing now. And I told her about the podcast, and I told her like, I sometimes struggle with consistency and feeling like I'm entertaining enough. I don't know why I decided to just like dump all of my anxieties onto Trisha. She had just messaged me that day and asked if I wanted to do like the meet and greet, and she put me on the list. So I like didn't prepare mentally for the meet. Ooh. So I guess I was just like dumping everything on her. But she goes, Nick, think about what you just told me earlier about how you flew in and like it was like you barely made it. Like that's interesting. And like she's like, I've watched your content and you're interesting. Like keep making content. Like just be yourself. And then I was like so shook by that, because I think you like what it sounds like you probably also go through the same mental block where you think, oh, it has to be like this really like hard hitting story, or like I need to talk about something that everyone's talking about right now. But like when Trisha told me that, I was like, wait a second. I'm thinking about the content that I like to consume. I like to hear about somebody who's maybe like having a chaotic day at the airport. I don't know. That seems like, like I see what her point was with that, because like, mundane things are not so mundane to a lot of people. Like maybe in my life, like, because I am chaotic. I'm probably spending way too much money going and doing all this stuff. And like, I'm here in LA in this podcast studio. And like, but to like maybe somebody that's at home, maybe like has a busy life, maybe that's interesting to them. So that's some advice that I heard from Trish, and hopefully maybe that resonates with you too. But yeah, just like making content about what you love and just being yourself at the end of the day. And then think about Trisha's career too. Like that's all she's done. So anyways, just a little tidbits of advice from our queen.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for sharing that. That is so true. Yeah. Like when you think about what content you consume and like, I'll watch anything if I like the person's personality, or even if it is chaotic, Yeah. I love that. That's a really good tip.
It is really good. Okay.
Right from the queen.
We don't have a whole lot of time, but I want to ask you more about like your corporate jobs, because that's fascinating to me, and I think it's fascinating to people. What did you do in those corporate, like, because you worked at, can we say where you worked?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you worked at Disney corporate, right?
Yes.
And then it's another corporate job. Oh, well, now you have a corporate job at...
Yes.
I don't know, can you say that one because it's current?
Okay, I'll skip that one, but it's a big company.
Okay.
And I'll name some other ones. I used to work for...
We can always bleep it later too. Whatever.
Oh, true. I used to work for Amazon corporate as well. I worked for Beachbody, so...
And what did you do there?
I was a digital asset manager. I was like a senior content producer.
That is really cool. You should share that more with the world.
I've always loved the digital space, clearly. I like the behind the scenes of it, and then I like being in front of the camera too and just sharing my stories. I think
it's very natural. It comes across very natural to a viewer. Like it looks like you're meant to be on the camera. So, but that's so cool. So any cool projects that you worked on maybe that you can share with people, or like any celebrities you got to work closely with, anything like that?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. So when I worked for Disney, I worked primarily on the park side, but then for Amazon, I was on the streaming side. So I worked for Prime Video.
Wow.
So I would go into the office, which is in Culver City, and I would look out the window from a boardroom and see Judge Judy. Because she's
icon.
Yeah. And I would see, what's that? Oh my gosh, not me not knowing the show, and I worked on the trailer. The Boys. And Fallout. I was one of the first people to see the Fallout trailer.
Wow.
Because I was working on that content specifically. I worked on Lord of the Rings, Power of the Rings, and all managing like all the digital assets. So
cool.
Yeah, it's very fascinating. And then I started applying everything from my corporate job to my own content, you know, and just treating it the same. Even little things like how long you should keep text on a video. Corporations for like social media campaigns, it's 3 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Specifically. People can read anything in 3 seconds.
And, you know, that's good advice because I'd be just keeping that text up the whole video, you know?
I used to do that too till I'm like, wait, we don't do that at work. Hold on.
You're right. No, that's good. That's a good piece of advice.
Yeah. And then learning all the safe zones if you cross promote your content. Like I know which platform, because of my corporate job, which platforms share safe zones. Like just to make sure things aren't cut off. Yeah. So it's been very helpful. They go hand in hand.
Okay, so I guess this went way too fast. I can't believe it's been 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh, we didn't even do a call.
I know. We were going to do a Hot Girl Crash Out hotline. I'm going to have to do that probably in my home studio because it is like a hard cutoff with the studio time. So we have 5 minutes. Anything else you want to talk about with your like maybe like hopes and dreams for your content creation? Anything you want to say to Trisha or the Trisha audience? Anything like that?
Gosh.
I want to give you time. I know I wish we could have gotten to more stuff. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. This is perfect. What do we want to talk about? Oh, did you know, I think you knew this. Did you know that I guessed Aquaman's name? I have a video. I look so chopped in the video, but it's a real life thing. I guessed the name during the reveal, the episode reveal. And I remember you thought... Are
you serious?
Yeah.
I think I probably do. I did probably comment on it and I have a terrible memory. That's insane though, because there was one girl at the last Trishmas show that also said that. And I went to her page and I was like, she really did. And you did. You were probably the only two that ever guessed it right because, I mean, I was all on the Jaws train. A lot of people were. I campaigned hard for that. But what made you think it was Aquaman? Because we know Jason Momoa, but was there anything else that was like really like stood out to you?
It just made sense with Moses and the water. Yeah. And I knew it was something with an A. And I don't know. I just knew. I recorded my reaction to it live and I can't believe I guessed it.
Wow.
I was so proud of that. That's insane. Just as a Trish fan. But I remember yours was Jaws.
I was hardcore in the Jaws. There was actually a lot of signs, like a lot of things that made me think it was going to be Jaws. But, you know, and when she pulled that down and it was Aquaman, I was totally shocked. And I was like, how was that a name? I mean, everyone was so worried he's going to get bullied in school. Were there in LA, like it's I don't iconic. Think at this era of life, like people are gonna think that differently of a kid named Aquaman. He'll probably be the cool kid, honestly.
Exactly. He will.
All of like Gen Z, they love Trisha, and like I'm sure the next generation will also love her too. So.
Yep. Alpha and beta.
Well, dang, there was so much more I wanted to get to, but we gotta wrap it up. But Jessica, thank you for coming on. Everyone, go follow Jessica. Anything you want to plug? You want to plug your socials real quick before we end it?
Sure. All my socials are OhJesska.
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 I love. Well, thank you for coming on. This was great. I am excited to go to the show with you this weekend.
Yes, I'm so excited.
We're going to hang out on Friday and get the whole girlies together. So
yes,
it'll be good.
It's going to be fun.
Thank you all for watching the Club Crave podcast. Yeah, that's it from LA, here in the LA studio. I mean, hey, you never know. Maybe this Saturday somebody will want to come on and we'll book some more studio time. So, but right now I think that's it here in LA until hopefully I move here one day. That'd be great.
Oh my gosh, please, manifesting that.
All right. Well, we end the podcast by saying bye, divas. Are you ready?
Yes.
Bye,
divas. Love it.
Okay.